Okay, and you should now be able to see what do I do with these catalogs. All right. So if you've just come from online, if you've been doing fantastically well with Facebook and that, keep doing it. However, if you've chosen to have some catalogs, let me show you what to do with them. So the first thing that we're going to do with those catalogs is share them out. And the first people I would share the catalogue with is people like your family. Okay, just let them know that you've started doing this little business from home to earn a bit of extra money, and this is the catalogue that comes along with it, and would they be kind enough to have a look through it and let you know what they think of the catalogue. Don't ask your friends and family to actually order anything from you. Okay, it depends what kind of relationship you have with people, but I wouldn't like my brother or my mum or some relative coming up to me saying, I've just started this new business, will you buy some stuff from me? Now, I know if I said that to my mum, she would, because she'd want to support me. But I know if I said that to my brother, he'd probably hit me with a catalogue. All right? So, if obviously you know what your relationship is with your family member. But if you don't feel comfortable asking them to order from you, then just give them the catalogue and say, look, would you do me a favour? Would you just have a look through this catalogue? It's something I've started doing, and I'd love your opinion on the products inside. I'm not asking you to order anything. I just want you to look through the catalogue. Now, what we've actually found, and research has shown, that when somebody looks through either the Clean Easy, the K-Life, the Personalised, or the Christmas catalogue, when somebody looks through any of the catalogues, they actually like the products inside, and more often than not, they order. You see, people love to buy, they don't love to be sold to. So if you try and push something on them, they won't be interested. But if you let them browse freely and just have a look and let them share their opinion, then the chances are that they will order some stuff from you. You see, the biggest challenge with the Clean Easy catalogue is getting people to look inside it. Because they prejudge the catalogue by its name, because it's called Clean Easy, they think it's all cleaning products. They think it's cleaning items. So rather than saying, have a look at my Clean Easy catalogue, it's just, we have a look at this catalogue and let me know what you think. Okay? And hand it out to family, friends, colleagues, people that you work with, okay? Especially if you work in factories or call centres, or you're a receptionist where you can get the catalogue in front of other office members and people like that. Get the catalogue distributed around the people that you know, and just let them have it for 24 hours. Okay, if it's in an office, just let them hand it round one another with a bunch of order forms. Okay, but the point is, don't let them have the catalogue for a week or for 5 days, because then you'll lose the catalogue, you don't get it back, and people don't place an order. If what I'm trying to say is, the less time that somebody has the catalogue, the more likely they are to look at it. Whereas if you give them ages to look at it, they'll take ages to look at it. And when you ask for it back, they still won't have looked at it because there was no sense of urgency. Okay? And again, your neighbours, especially your next door neighbours, just ask them what they think of it. Just go around and say, I've just started doing this thing. I want to earn a bit of extra money for Christmas. Would you have a look at my catalogue and let me know what you think? So that initially is the easiest way of getting orders, and that works a treat because it's family and friends. Okay, so let's say you're now thinking, right, I've done my family, I've done my friends, I've done the colleagues and everybody that's close to me. I'm wanting now to go around my village, my town, my local area, and I'm wanting to generate some good orders. Okay, so we're looking at this rather than being just handing it to family and friends and being very low key. I'm talking now that you want to do £1,000 or more from the catalogue. Okay, so please appreciate we're talking about doing £1,000 of orders or more in a 4-week period with the 50 catalogues that you've chosen, whichever catalogues they are. I'm going to show you how you can do £1,000 with those 50 books. Okay. Now, when you're presenting the catalogue, you've got to understand there's 3 key things to remember. The first one is present a minimum of 100 catalogues a week, and that's important because of point 3. because only 1 in 5 people will order. So from 50 books, you're only looking at 10 customers. Okay? So if you think I'll do 25 books and see how it goes, because I just want to try it out and see if it works, 25 books will only get you 5 customers. The average order is about £15 a customer. So you're talking 70, 80 quid's worth of orders. Okay? Remember, you need to be doing the right amount of books if you want to do it properly. Alright? And let's face it, is it worth doing if you're not going to do it properly? Is it really going to make you any money, or is it just a waste of time? Giving catalogues to family and friends is really good because they're more likely to order. But if you just plonk out maybe 10 or 15 or 20 catalogues in your local area to just see how it works, guys, it isn't going to work. You're wasting your time. And I wouldn't be doing you any favours by saying give it a go, just try it, just see how it works, because it won't work, and then it'll give you a false belief that this doesn't work, because it does, but it only works if you do it properly. Okay, so it's a choice. You don't have to do it, but if you're going to do it right. Why mess about at it? Okay, so remember, it's a minimum of 100 books a week that you're going to present if you want to do £1,000 of orders or more. Remember why you're doing it, because if it's raining or you get a negative customer or somebody says something that you don't like or something like that, you've got to remember emotionally why you're doing it. What are you doing it for? Are you doing it so that you can earn that extra money when you look at your kid's eyes at Christmas and say, here you go, son, here you go, darling, I've bought you that toy, that present, that gift that you wanted because I've earned this extra money? You know, or are you going to look at them in the eyes and say, well, actually I got put off by somebody and I didn't really have I couldn't remember why I was doing it, and I let it all slip through my fingers. Find an emotional anchor that's going to help you with the slight challenges that will come ahead. All right, they will come up. There'll be little challenges. There'll be little things that try to put you off. But that always happens when you have a goal, when you have a target, when you have something you want to achieve. There's always something that comes along and tries to stop you. So remember why you're doing it. And remember, only 1 in 5 people will actually order anything. Okay? So only 1 in 5 people will order. When you're presenting catalogues as well, it's important to remember it's not what you say that really matters. Okay, here's a little chart to help you understand, because it's 55% of your body language is the biggest message that goes across to somebody. 55% of that message is your body language. 38% is your tonality, how you say it. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Can you remember ever saying to a partner or someone you cared about, it wasn't what you said, it was how you said it. It's that hurt me, or it was that cheered me up, it was that was good or bad. So remember, it's not what you say, but how you say it. And only actually 7% are the words that you use. So let me give you an example of that. Imagine somebody saying to you, I really liked your birthday cake, it was lovely, but they're shaking their head at the same time and sound really disappointed. Do you really believe that they liked your birthday cake and that it was lovely? You're not going to, are you? But if they said, I absolutely loved your birthday cake, it was delicious, and they're smiling and nodding their head at the same time, you're going to believe what they say. So remember, 55% is physiology, 38% is how you say it, and only 7% is what you actually say. So when you stood on the doorstep, smile, be enthusiastic, be positive, and don't worry too much about the words, just have fun. So let's have a look at the physiology. All right. Approach the door with only 1 catalogue pack in your hand. All right, that's something that's not on the other training video. Is approach the door with only 1 catalogue pack in your hand. So leave your bag at the end of the path. Don't let them see your bag. You don't want the person focusing on what you're carrying. You want them focusing on you. You go up to the door, you knock on the door, And once you've knocked on the door, just stand slightly sideways so that you're not threatening, and put your weight on your back foot so that you're leaning away from the door. What this does, it tells your customer when they open the door that you're not non-threatening, you're nice and you're friendly and they can trust you. Okay? When they open the door, you actually start to speak. At this point, you hold the catalogue by your side. Don't wave it around under their nose. Hold it out of sight, maybe just down by your side in a relaxed manner, and smile. Hold your head up high, chin up, and don't hand over the catalogue until the right moment. And the right moment will be determined by the script. Okay, so just bear with me. So when you actually start to speak, remember about your tonality. And again, remember, you don't have to get this perfect. It's going to come with practice. These are just some tips to help you get a better result at the beginning. The first thing is, remember to get in the water if you want to learn how to swim. All right, so just give it a go. Don't try to be perfect, just do it. Number one, tonality. Speak slowly. Don't race ahead. Just take your time, keep calm, and be clear in what you say. And be confident. Okay? Don't stand on the doorstep like a gibbering wreck. Alright? Even though you might do to start with, don't worry about it. Just get better at it. But speak slowly, calmly, clearly, and with confidence. And what you're actually going to say, even though it's only 7%, okay, this is what you're going to say. Now, it says there, try to let your customer speak first. What I mean by that is when you knock on the door and they open the door, they may say something like, hello, or can I help you, or yes, what is it? By letting them speak first, it allows them to feel that they're in control. But if you don't let them speak first, don't worry about it. It really doesn't matter. It's just a little tip. It's only like the cherry on the cake. It's not the be-all and end-all if you get it wrong. Okay? So just speak with confidence. Hello, my name's Kevin Ryder. Sorry to disturb you. I'm a distributor of Clean Easy products here in Heckmondwike, and I'm giving everyone the chance to browse our latest catalogues. At that point, I hand the catalogue over. Please note, it doesn't say, hi, my name's Kev, would you like a Clean Easy catalogue? There is no question there. You cannot see a question mark. If you don't ask a question, they cannot say yes or no. There's a tip. So, hello, my name's Kevin Ryder. Sorry to disturb you. I'm a distributor of Clean Easy products here in Heckmondwike, and I'm just giving everyone the chance to browse our latest catalogue. And you just hand it and put it in their hand. Now, let me ask you this question. If you go to shake somebody's hand, what do they naturally do? That's right. They raise their hand to take your hand. So if you have a catalogue in your hand and you just hand it over, the chances are they will just take it from you. They take the catalogue from you. Thank you. If you can leave it down here for me tomorrow, pointing at where you actually want it leaving, so I don't have to disturb you and I will collect it. Please don't feel obliged to order anything, but if you do order, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, and if you're not completely satisfied with your goods, I will personally deliver any orders for you. And like I said, if you could just leave the catalogue down here tomorrow morning so I can collect it without disturbing you, that would be great. And again, point to where you want it. Thank you. Do you mind if I ask you your name for my book? Thank you, Mrs. Jones. Goodbye. That's all it is, guys. Okay? So, hello, my name's Kevin Ryder. Sorry to disturb you. I'm a distributor of Clean Easy products here in Heckmondwike, and I'm giving everyone the chance to browse the latest catalogue. And I just hand it over. Thank you. If you can leave it down here for me tomorrow, so I don't have to disturb you, I'll collect it from you. Please don't feel obliged to order anything, but if you do choose to order, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not completely satisfied with any of your goods. By the way, I'll personally deliver any orders that you do make. Like I said, if you could leave the catalogue down here for me tomorrow, so I don't have to disturb you when I collect it. The reason we say that twice is because they're then more likely to leave it out than if you only say it once. It means that you get far more catalogues back and you have less catalogues to go back for later. Okay? And obviously getting the person's name just means that next time you can address them by their name instead of hello Mr., Mrs., whatever. You know, you can actually use their name. And also here's another tip that's not on the training, is a customer's name is very, very powerful. If you've just been to number 12 and she was called Mrs. Smith, and then you go to number 14 and knock on the door and it's dark and number 14 doesn't want to open a door, and the lady behind the door says, hello, who is it? You say, hello, my name's Kevin, I've just been speaking with Mrs. Smith at number 12, your neighbour. That instantly tells that person that you're safe, that you're okay, because if Mrs. Smith's been talking to you, then you must be alright. Okay, so the person will open the door. I've had little old dears opening the door at 8:30 at night just because I used a neighbour's name. And I'm safe, I wasn't threatening or anything, but you can hear all the latches and all the bolts coming off because you've just reassured them subconsciously that you're okay and they'll open the door to you. Okay? So these are common little mistakes that people make. Again, they're not life-threatening, they won't break the bank or anything like that, but these are little things that you need to look out for to improve your performance. And guys, if you get this right, you can make a fortune presenting catalogues. Seriously, on top and over and above your Facebook, it really does make the catalogues very, very powerful. Remember, since 1975, this business has been built on catalogues, and they're still just as good in this country than they ever have been. So, showing the ID card. Guys, people aren't interested in your ID card. As soon as you start showing your ID card, all they're looking at is your card. They're not listening to you, they're not focusing on you, they don't care who you are, they're trying to read what it says on your card. So shove it in your pocket, don't use it, unless it's actually asked for. Getting disheartened after 5 to 10 doors. Right? Again, just because you've knocked on a few doors, there was nobody in, or somebody said, no, I'm not interested, just carry on anyway. It does take a while to get out 50 catalogues. I know we said you're doing 100 a week. Whether you do 2 lots of 50, 3 lots of 33, or 4 lots of 25, it doesn't matter. As long as you do the 100 a week, then that'll really build you solid foundations for a customer base and a solid income, as well as your Facebook stuff as well. Okay, so don't get disheartened because the first 5 doors you knocked on said no, or the first 10 doors said no, or they weren't in. All right, just carry on anyway. Just think of how many people's looked at your products on Facebook and decided they didn't want it. All right? Start posting the catalogues. Sorry, don't start posting the catalogues. If you're presenting catalogues, guys, you're presenting catalogues. It doesn't work to start posting them. The rule of thumb for posting catalogues is that you need to put out 400 catalogues a week if you're just going to post them. Remember, if you've only got 50 books and you start posting them, you're only posting 50 books. If the rule of thumb is 400 for posting, that means you're still 350 catalogues short in order to get the orders that you require. That's why it doesn't work. It's a numbers game, and we know that if you present 50 catalogues or 100 catalogues a week, you're going to get fantastic orders. But we also know that if you don't, and you just push them through letterboxes, that ain't going to work. The other thing, just to reassure you, is just remember that whoever your sponsor is, they only make money if you make money. So why on earth would they give you bad advice? If it worked, just posting catalogues, and you only needed to do 50, we would say, go do 50, it works. But it doesn't, so do it properly, alright? Not speaking with your sponsor enough. This is another biggie. If you're presenting catalogues, you need that help, that support, that encouragement, that shoulder to lean on, that ear to listen to you, that person who can be there to give you that moral support and that encouragement. So speak with your sponsor, let them know what's been happening, let them know about your ups and your downs, because they will massively help you. And asking if they can leave a book is another little mistake. Like I said, don't ask the person, because then they can't say yes or no. Just make it a statement. Just go, I'm a presenter of Clean Easy, I'm a distributor of Clean Easy products here in Eckmondwike. I'm just giving everyone the chance to browse the latest catalogue, and just hand it over. Nerves. Okay, nerves for some people is the biggie, but it's only a matter of practice. It's only a matter of stretching your comfort zone. When I come back onto camera, just look at the plaque over my shoulder, because it says life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. So if it makes you nervous, it's because you're growing. It's because you're stretching yourself a little bit further than what you normally would. As soon as you start to feel them nerves, just remind yourself you're only nervous because you know that you're doing the right thing. Okay, just say, well done. If you're feeling nervous, you're growing, you're getting better. As you're getting better, your income's getting better. So welcome the nerves. I'm sure most of you have watched The X Factor, and there's people nervous there. But if they let their nerves beat them, then they are defeated. So don't be defeated. Beat the nerves. Thinking it takes too long. When you're putting out catalogues, you can quite feel that it does take too long when you're presenting. But remember, it's at the beginning. At the end, when you're picking them up, it's a lot quicker than when you're actually putting them out. So yes, it can take a while putting them out, depending on what time of day you go out as well. But picking up 25 to 50 catalogues is extremely quick. I can pick up 50 catalogues in 15 minutes. Okay. Not going back to houses where people weren't in or they didn't order. Ideally, you want to be, if you're presenting catalogues properly, you want to be going back to the same houses every 4 weeks. So every 4th week, going back to the same houses. Now, just because somebody didn't order the first time they had a catalogue doesn't mean that they don't want another catalogue. All right, just give them another catalogue anyway. If they actually turn around and say, actually, I don't want a catalogue anymore, then that's fine. Stop leaving them one. And keeping bad records. Not recording where you've put the catalogues. Not recording who did, who didn't want one, who left one out, who didn't leave one out. Where your stragglers are, things like that. It's important that you keep good records. So here's an example of how to keep some records, okay? In the top left-hand corner, you've got a street called Barview. And down the left-hand side, we've got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15, okay? 1 and 3 took a catalogue, so they got a tick. 5, 7, and 9 said they didn't want a catalogue, so they got crossed out. Number 11 took a book, 13 didn't want a catalogue, and 15 took a book. Number 2, there was no answer. Number 4, there was no answer. Number 6, there was no answer. Number 8 said they didn't want a book. Number 10 took a book. Number 12, there were no answer. 14 didn't want a book, and 16 took a book. Okay? We then move on to collecting the catalogue. So if you move across to your right, you got the book back from number 1. You didn't get it back from number 3, so you just leave it ticked. 5, 7, and 9 didn't even get a book. Number 11's ordered. Number 13 didn't want a book. Number 15, you got your book back. And number 16 ordered. And number 10, you haven't got your book back yet. Okay? So, if we look here down in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see by the time you've been back, looking in the first column, you can see number 10, you eventually got the book back from there. 12, you never even got an answer from. 4 and 6 said that once you spoke to them, they said they didn't want a book. And number 2, you never got to speak to. But second time round, in 4 weeks' time, number 1 and number 3 get a book again. Obviously, 5, 7, and 9 didn't want one. 11 gets a book. 13 didn't want one. 15 gets a book. 2 gets a book again. Okay, this time they wanted one, so they were in. 4, 6, and 8 didn't want a book. 10 did. 12 did. 14 didn't, and 16 did. And again, moving into the bottom right-hand corner, as you go back, number 1's ordered this time. Number 11's ordered again. Number 15 just gave you the book back again. Number 2's ordered this time. You didn't even get hold of them first time round. And then 10 has given you your book back, 12 has ordered, and so on and so on. And you just keep building up a list over 3 to 4 months. Over that 3 to 4 month, you will find out whether people want a book, don't want a book, or whether they're going to be a customer. Okay, so just remember these key ratios, guys. It's important that if you're going to present catalogues and do it properly so that you want to make some decent money from it as well as your Facebook, and bear in mind at this time of year there's a lot of people out there that will never visit your Facebook page and they just live round the corner from you, and they'd be more than happy to have a catalogue from you even though they'll never go on your Facebook page. So just remember, if you want to do it properly, you need to deliver 100 to 150 books a week. Okay, if you start putting out 25 to just willy-nilly people on the street, it's not particularly going to work. If you give 25 to your family and friends, you're going to get some good bloody results. Alright, you'll get some great results if you just give 25, 30 books to family and friends. But 25 to 30 books to complete strangers, it won't work very well. So make sure you do 100 to 150 books in your local area. With practice, 2 out of 3 people will take the catalogue from you. So for every 3 doors that you get an answer, 2 of them will take the book. Remember, only 1 out of 5 people actually order. So just because 50 people or 100 people take your catalogue, it doesn't mean that all 100 are going to order. They won't. I think people have too high an expectancy and think because these people took the book that they're all going to order. Remember, only 1 in 5 people order. So from 50 books, 10 customers is good. The average order when presenting catalogues is £15 per customer. So if you've got 10 customers a week, that's £150 in orders. If you get your 20 customers a week that we teach, that's £300 of orders a week. That's £1,200 in orders a month from just presenting 100 books a week. And if you build a customer base, it will last you for decades. And I am not joking. I have customers that still buy from me that's been buying off me for 13 years. Okay, they've been buying off me for a bloody long time. Alright, and they'll never buy off anybody else because they've got that loyalty. I don't know if you'll get that same loyalty on Facebook. Yes, you have your friends. But when you put a catalogue in somebody's house, they only have your catalogue to look at, and they have all 2,000 products to look at in one go. When you post on a group in Facebook, they also have everybody else's products to look at as well. Okay? It's like, and I know when they go in your group, it's only your products there as well, but when you put a catalogue through somebody's door, they only have your catalogue to look at. There is no other competition. Okay? And if they like what they see, they will order. So guys, that's it. So mainly, deliver the right amount of catalogues, remember why you're doing it, and just get them out there and you'll get orders. Thank you very much, everybody. So let me just close this down and come back to the